back at the cabin again on a quite frisky Tuesday morning. I'm not staying here for long again, but I, as you can see, brought the Ski-Doo, my good old snowmobile, that I'll do a video on later. But for now, I concentrated on pretty much just hauling stuff that I couldn't haul here in the summer on my back. So I'll show you guys what I have in this sleigh. Nothing much, but it's a real help now having this with me. I bought it last year, so I'm just taking advantage of the snow as much as I can. Crossing the swamp with snowshoes was nice, but now with this, obviously, it takes about 30 seconds. I spent maybe 2 or 3 hours yesterday evening just bricking trail, trying to come here. I didn't have that much work to do, but since the trail that I pretty much beaten during the fall, I was preparing for this moment for quite some time now, so it was pretty easy getting here. I still had a few trees to cut. It was quite cold, a bit colder than today, about at -15, so the saw kept freezing up. It's not a very big saw, so I mean it kept freezing up. It was all frosted. The crank wasn't working or anything on it, so I had to let that defrost, but thankfully that was at the end of the day when I didn't have much to do. So yeah, I'll give you guys a quick tour of the snowmobile. So for the sled itself, it is a 2002 Tundra R. I picked it up last year pretty much in mint conditions. The going rates for these things, the prices are just absolutely, like, they've skyrocketed since about 2 years. So it's pretty hard finding one that had a decent price tag on it. This one was quite expensive. I mean, if you're not familiar with the prices, they pretty much go for like 20 to 50% more than what they came out new out of factory. So yeah, so the only issue that I had with it when I bought it, and it has been repaired, well, when the guy repaired it before me, it had a little crack here just because of the shocks, but that's about the only defect I could have with it. So yeah, quick walk around. Like I said, Tundra R 2002, great little machine. It does have the speedometer on it and the reverse, so thank God for that, because it's super useful. So high and low beam, on off switch. I put some, I guess I could call them saddlebags, but they're gas tank bags for ATVs. I thought it would be super useful because you don't have any storage pouches or units or anything on here, so I thought that would be useful. The engine itself is a 300cc. It has the steel bumper, all around. I have the, and usually it doesn't come with this, but I have the 8-inch ski skins or bear paws or whatever you want to call it in the front, which really helps with flotation and tippiness, so stability in the trails. This is not a trail machine, but it helps. I guess it helps it out. I guess you add a little, like 3 inches on each side, so it's pretty good. The seat is not ripped. Nothing's ripped. I added, I don't know if you guys could see this, but I added through the snow here. They're all frosted up, but I added some grip for the boots. I made a quick little plywood box for the back. It's pretty much a standard for these things. They never came with like boxes or anything, just a storage rack, so you don't want your stuff to getting wet. Like now I have my mittens in there, I have a bunch of stuff, gas, a like manual winch to get it out if I'm stuck, which hopefully won't happen. The track is in mint condition. It is a 3/4 inch track, so obviously not like modern snowmobiles. You can see that the little cracks in here and everything are still there. The little indents are still there. Everything's there, mint condition. It has the tow point in the back, the little rear bumper, a rear light and a brake light. So yeah, really happy with it. Like I said, I'll make a video just about the snowmobile, just getting into a little bit more detail. So yeah, I'll show you guys what I'm hauling. So I picked up this old chest on the side of the road. So pretty much it was in the garbage. And I thought it would look pretty good in the cabin if I could find a spot for it. It's pretty beat up, but from the looks of things, it looks pretty old. Open it up here. It's like multiple layers in this thing. So yeah, this top tray comes out and you have a big open bottom. So I'll try to fit this in the cabin somewhere. I have an idea in mind. I also have a pot that I put in the big compartment just so it doesn't get beat up. But so yeah, I'll try and fit this somewhere in the cabin. Okay, so for the plot and stuff, I'll show you guys. I have a miniature version here. It's like a big, I think they call it a casserole dish or something. I've seen it once in stores, and I wanted one pretty bad, and then went back and it was sold out. But when I saw this one, I probably bought this, I don't know, a few months ago, like in November maybe. But I didn't want to put it in my backpack and explode it. I also don't know if I can cook on the fire with these, but this would be good just to put water in. So, here is the pot itself. It's a nice big pot. I don't know why, but they put stickers in them, so. Just a little paper made in Italy, so must be good. So yeah, it's a big pot like this. Looks good, it has like sparkly red flakes on it or something, I don't know. But it matches pretty much with my whole set thing that I bought over there. Yeah. Hopefully I'll have to do some research to see if I could cook on the fire with it. And then the next thing that I brought this trip is this little toolbox. So pretty much my girlfriend works at a hospital, and it's pretty much focused around veterans, and I guess they were making crafts and stuff like that. So this was to support local veterans and stuff like that. So I told her to get me just a little toolbox like this. And my mom got like a birdhouse and such. So yeah, supporting a local cause. I could put all my little tools in here. I thought since it's pretty small and it will fit under the bed for now and into the workshop when I get started on there, whenever that's going to be. So yeah, I'll put this to good use. Now for the chest. I'm not sure where, like somewhere here, or even underneath the window, or like behind where you guys are, behind the camera where my gun rack is, just walking in. I have no idea. Well, I guess I'll get to moving stuff around. I'm wondering, is it going to be better there, like as soon as you walk in, underneath all this stuff, or underneath the window? I guess I'll clear out the window first and I'll try to move it around. did a bit of remodeling again. Didn't like the chest. Now it just looks so much better and takes up a lot less room. So I put it underneath my antler gun rack, the snowshoes, and pretty much as soon as you walk in, looks a whole lot better. If you just want to access a chest, you just pull it out like 4 inches, just drag it on the floor, and yeah, chest opens up. So I think it looks really cool. I think I'll keep it. I stacked up all the wood. Turn the camera around here. Stacked up all the wood here. I could even put more around here underneath the table. So it's just, space wise, it's just a really smart move. So now I'll go and make another load. So load number 2, long awaited rocking chair. I think this thing came out of possibly like the chest, the side of the road, or the garbage maybe. I'm not sure, but that would be my guess. Oh, I still need a cushion for it, which shouldn't be too expensive, or even I'll do just a simple what's it called? Just like a wood plank. I have a stool for my table inside, so the bed's not going to be the only thing I could sit on. And then I thought I could bring some window cleaner. That looks like it froze on the way, so with some tissue and a tin box that is rodent proof. Doing multiple trips like this, it's been, I think, 2 years now that I have this little cabin it's finished, or maybe even 1 year. You start accumulating a lot of stuff, so you pretty much need to make a list of your supplies. So, like I said before, I have my little veteran-made toolbox here. So, like for example, now I pretty much went through all my boxes, and I have my little hand drill. Just like little stuff like this, it seems like pretty obsolete. Actually, missing a handle on here. It seems obsolete, but I don't need any power to run this, so this could go in here. Just this is absolutely huge. Just a little drill bit. This, if anything goes wrong with a saw or anything, to turn nuts. This is a more modern tool, but for my impact driver, to put my lag bolts, that I'll need to put. I want to put some in the corner there, and when I start gathering the logs for the workshop a little handsaw. You might not think you do much with this. We see here mine's all bent all types of ways here, but I did the hole in the tin with my chimney just with this little thing. Took forever, but I got it done. Again, this is huge, like a spade bit auger. Very nice to have. So yeah, that's pretty much all my little tools. Other things, you know, like saws that I use pretty much every single day. I will leave it on the wall where it is now. I think I could add to here. I had somewhere. Does it fit? Leave it like this. I have my little hammer that I will leave in here also. I don't use it super often, but it's still super useful to have. So yeah. Now all my tools I know that are small and could be lost are in here. I'll need to make another box for all the little trinkets, like all of these in here. I know that in this little bag there's a bunch of hinges in here, so I want to make a window shutter even for my little window, little opening thing that I made in my main door. I want a permanent latch, or I should say a more solid latch to close it. So I'll try to make something maybe with a hook and a hinge, I don't know. But now I need a container for all my screws, pretty much all my lag bolts, because stuff like this happens and then they fall everywhere. So yeah. I'll pick that up after. Last job for the day so far. I'll try to make a bit of kindling. It's super important to have because I just burn right through it. That's what I need to start my fires, so I'm taking advantage of a warm fireplace. I try to always chop up my kindling when it's warm because it really dries it out really quick. For example, like I'm always trying to recycle, so this is one of the biggest logs I cut to make my window. Obviously, again, always trying to save up, where I can. If I'd be staying here, mostly full time, that'd be a different story. I'd have to cut more wood. But I mean, for the size of the place, well, I guess I should say the ratio of fireplace to area of the cabin is pretty much overkill. My fireplace is way too big. It absolutely eats up wood, but I don't need to feed it so much because it's so small. I guess that's where I save up. Pine and spruce is good, but can't always rely on super soft stuff, so this is some harder, punky-ish. Yeah, this doesn't even want split, whatever. It's too soft. But trees are just dumping snow on me, but And also from the big tree on top of the cabin, so far I noticed like 2 decent sized branches that broke off. I'll show you guys after. Just from the sheer weight of the snow. Obviously the tree is still plenty healthy there, but it just sucks to see that it's losing a few limbs, you know. I don't want to see the day where it dies there, but I guess I'll plant another one. That's where branch number 1 broke off. It's a solid like 3-4 inch branch, and ended up here. It was hanging over the roof, so I just yanked it off. And if people are interested to see the snow on the roof, it's about 8 to 10 inches compared to on the ground, where there's about 2 feet. And then branch number 2 landed right on my little wood shelter thing. It's another solid 3-4 inch branch. Yeah, the tree is, if you look up, they're plenty healthy still. Not worried about it. I'm just, the only thing that makes me nervous is like lightning and stuff because it's so big. But apart from that, should be okay. So quick walk around my little wood shelter. It's keeping it all nice and dry. Obviously if snow drifts come from over there, you can see there's some building up, but the branches are blocking it pretty much. There would be a little bit of snow, but now there's not, luckily. So yeah, I've been pretty lucky with that. I also thought about slowly making a trail, going forward and reversing, making me a nice packed trail for going all the way back there to get my log and dragging it out. I don't have a cable or chains or anything, so I won't be doing that today. But you can see how steep and how really just packed snow it is. The thing is now is that there's branches and grass and such, so you could be walking and have some up to your knees, and then you keep walking and you have some up to your waist, because it makes a false bottom. The grass will catch it, it'll freeze, then you'll snow on top of that. So it'll really just make a false bottom and you fall through. So it's really not good. I don't have, for modern high performance snowmobiles, there's really not a single issue. But for a little tundra like me, I don't have enough tread on the track to, just launch me forward and paddle out of snow. And these things pretty much do anything except climb hills. So I'll have to figure out a way, really just scout out a nice trail, take it slow, and make myself a nice little packed trail to get my logs. Alright, so that's about it for this week's video. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, and comment, like, and subscribe.